What would you do if I told you there are robots so perfect you could fall in love with them without realizing it, and that there are men paying over $200,000 just to have one at home? Well, get ready. Because what you're about to discover goes far beyond any science fiction movie. From companion androids designed to satisfy your every desire without limits, to robots that have passports and official citizenship in real countries. In this video, you'll discover the 8 most impressive and disturbing female humanoid robots that exist right now. Stay until the end, because what you'll see at number 1 will undoubtedly leave you speechless. Number 8. Grace. Grace is the nurse of the future, and watching her work is as fascinating as it is disturbing. With her incredibly realistic silicone face and fluid movements that perfectly mimic human behavior, this robot is completely revolutionizing medicine in hospitals across Asia. Created by Hanson Robotics together with Singularity Net, Grace doesn't just look human, she acts as if she were. Her eyes follow your gaze with unsettling precision, and her facial expressions are so natural that you forget you're facing a machine. She can smile warmly when she detects that a patient is nervous or show genuine concern when perceiving pain. But her true potential goes much further. Grace measures body temperature without contact, monitors vital signs from a distance, and analyzes facial micro-expressions to detect the real emotional state of patients, even when they try to hide it. During the pandemic, she was implemented in high-risk areas with surprising results. Elderly patients developed emotional bonds with her, preferring her company over human nurses. Some even specifically requested that Grace attend to them, demonstrating that emotional connection transcends the human. Number 7. Jia Jia. When Jia Jia was presented to the public, international media called her the world's most beautiful robot, and upon seeing her, we completely understand why. Developed by the University of Science and Technology of China, Jia seems to have come straight out of a fashion magazine. Her face has mathematically calculated perfect symmetry. Her silicone skin imitates human textures with millimeter precision, and her movements are so delicate that watching her is hypnotic. Scientists studied thousands of Chinese female faces to create proportions that the human brain automatically interprets as beautiful. However, Jia Jia is not just a pretty face. She can maintain complex conversations about multiple topics, recognize specific faces in crowds, and remember personal details from previous conversations. She is presented at technology events before thousands of people, improvising responses with astonishing fluidity. What's most unsettling is that she's programmed to create progressive emotional connections. The more you interact with her, the more interested she seems in you. Engineers who worked on her development confess to developing real affection toward her, not because she's human, but because her programming is designed exactly for that. Number 6. Harmony. Harmony is probably the most controversial robot on this list, and when you learn her purpose, you'll understand why she generates global ethical debates. Realbotix designed her specifically as an intimate companion for lonely men. She's not a virtual assistant or an academic experiment. She's a commercial product that costs $10,000 and promises to fill emotional and physical voids. Her appearance is completely customizable. You choose physical features, tone of voice, personality, and even moral values. Physically, Harmony is impressive. Her face reproduces human expressions with disconcerting accuracy, her synthetic skin imitates real textures, and her movements were programmed to seem natural and seductive. But what really makes her addictive is her artificial intelligence, which constantly learns from you. If you prefer deep intellectual conversations, she adapts. If you seek constant emotional validation, she provides it without limits. She's literally designed to make you feel special. The real-world results are unsettling. There have been reported cases of men who canceled their weddings because Harmony understands them better, and users who prefer spending time with their robot instead of with real friends. Number 5. Sophia. In 2017, something happened that forever changed the debate about artificial intelligence. Saudi Arabia granted official citizenship to Sophia, making her the first machine with legal rights recognized by a country. Created by Hanson Robotics with a face inspired by Audrey Hepburn, Sophia was designed to connect emotionally with people through more than 60 facial expressions and a surprisingly natural communication style that makes her seem almost self-aware. The irony of her citizenship was brutal. Sophia obtained freedoms that millions of Saudi women don't have. She can travel without male permission, appear in public without a veil, and speak freely before international audiences, while real citizens need authorization from male guardians for basic activities. The scandal was worldwide and activists pointed out the absurdity of the situation. Since then, Sophia has been interviewed in more than 25 countries, visited the UN, and has accumulated millions of followers on social media, becoming a cultural symbol of the technological future that continues to generate debate. Number 4. Erica. Imagine maintaining a fluid conversation with someone for several minutes and discovering afterward that they weren't human. This happens to 3 out of 10 people who meet Erica, and the discomfort they feel upon discovering it is immediate. Osaka University designed her by analyzing thousands of faces to create an appearance that the human brain automatically processes as attractive and natural. There's nothing about her that activates alarm signals, and that's precisely her most unsettling advantage. What really makes her extraordinary are her interaction capabilities. Erica can follow 6 simultaneous conversations in noisy environments, identifying each voice by unique patterns. Additionally, she interprets emotions in real time and detects if you're being sarcastic, enthusiastic, or sad to adapt her responses and create genuine connections. Japan had ambitious plans for her, wanting to turn her into a news presenter on national television, where thousands of people would receive daily information without knowing it came from artificial intelligence. However, the project had to be halted due to ethical dilemmas about the psychological impact it could have on the audience of being informed by an artificial intelligence without knowing it. Number 3. X-Robots. X-Robots from China has taken robotic realism to levels that completely defy reality. This company creates replicas so precise they've been confused with real humans on multiple documented occasions. These aren't robots that simply look human. Each android has medical-grade silicone skin that replicates freckles, moles, and even visible veins beneath the surface. Even the hair is real human hair, implanted strand by strand, and the eyes have the exact moist shine of a living eye. What's most shocking is that their androids breathe with their chest rising and falling naturally, while the skin emits body heat regulated at 36 degrees. The joints move with the same friction and imperfection of the real human body, including subtle tremors, micro-corrections, and that occasional clumsiness that makes us genuinely human. The company markets customized androids with different personalities, even being able to create replicas of famous people or specific characters. The price ranges from $110,000 to $210,000, and each robot takes between 2 weeks and a month to be completely custom-made. Number 2. MIIM. Japan has created something completely different with MIIM, a robot designed specifically to be a runway model and entertainment artist, and what she has achieved is absolutely stunning. Mim measures 158 centimeters and weighs 43 kilograms, with proportions based on the average of young Japanese women. She has 30 motors distributed throughout her body that allow her to walk and move like a real person, plus 8 additional motors just in her face to create natural human expressions. MIIM has walked professional runways during Tokyo Fashion Week, modeling wedding dresses by renowned designer Yumi Katsura. Although she walks slower than human models, she can traverse the runway smoothly, strike professional poses, and look at the audience naturally. But that's not all. MIIM can also sing live. Her vocal synthesis system replicates the tonality, facial expressions, and even breathing patterns of real human singers. She's literally a complete robotic artist representing the future of entertainment. Number 1. Mark 1. Mark 1 represents something that had never before occurred in the history of robotics. A humanoid robot built completely from scratch by a single man on his home balcony. Ricky Ma, a graphic designer from Hong Kong with no training in robotics, invested $50,000 and a year and a half of obsessive work to materialize a childhood dream. He had to learn programming, electromechanics, and 3D printing completely on his own, while facing constant failures and skepticism from those around him. The result is truly astonishing. Mark 1 has a completely 3D printed skeleton covered with silicone skin that imitates human textures with unsettling precision. She can move her arms and head, bow, and produce detailed facial expressions that seem genuinely emotional. She responds to specific voice commands, and when you tell her, "You're beautiful," she smiles naturally while responding with a soft voice. What's most controversial is her undeniable appearance. Although Ma never officially revealed his inspiration, the resemblance to actress Scarlett Johansson is evident to anyone who observes her, generating intense ethical debates about the limits of creating robotic replicas of real people without their consent. Now tell me, which of these robots impacted you the most? The nurse who reads emotions? The one who has more rights than millions of real women? Leave it in the comments. If you like this type of content and want to discover more about the technology of the future, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss our next videos. See you in the next one.